welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited to be bringing you the 17 and 2017 book challenge finale for you. I will be continuing to read, obviously, and we're going to talk more about that after I go through what I have read. Since my last update, I kind of gave the romance 50 Shades of Grey type of books and series a little bit of a break. I just wasn't in the mood for them, so I switched it up. This is why I don't just automatically pick the 17 books or whatever book challenge I'm doing, because I just never know what kind of mood I'm going to be in. So I started to read the Vampire Academy series, and I have read the first 4 books. So the first one is called Vampire Academy. The second one is called Frostbite. The third one is called Shadow Kiss. And the fourth one is called Blood Promise. And I absolutely love this series. I can't wait to finish it. There's only a couple left to my knowledge. It is about a girl named Rose Hathaway who is bonded with her best friend, and her best friend is royalty, and she is going to the academy to learn how to be a guardian. There's a lot of people that need to go ahead and be guardians. They go to school for it to protect them against the Strigoi, which I believe that is how you pronounce it. And the Strigoi are the vampires. They are the ones who attack everybody. They could either kill you by draining all of your blood, or they could turn you. And by the old-fashioned vampire way, you are forced to drink their blood. Now, there's a whole lot more details as far as the Strigoi and what Rose is and everything else, but that's pretty much the gist. And the one who trains Rose is Dimitri. And Dimitri is like this really super godlike guardian, and nothing can touch him, right? And it follows that path, and her best friend and the problems that she comes across and what she learns that she is. I'm trying so hard to explain without giving any spoilers. I highly recommend this series. I was hooked from the very first page, and just, yeah, you guys have got to read it. So the next book, I'm so terrible at book reviews. I want to be good at book reviews like Julie. She is awesome. I'll have her channel linked in the description box below. It's Nobody's Beauty Guru, but she has a wonderful booktube channel, and it's Pages and Pens. So if you're not following that, you have to. She's amazing. And I'll also link her book down there too. So yeah, if you guys don't know that she's an author, she is an author as well. The next 2 books that I read is by Brandon Sanderson. I finally pulled the plug and started to read him because of Julie's booktube. She always talked about Brandon Sanderson and the Mistborn series and everything. So I finally went to my local library, which is a really small library. But I did end up going, and I finally got a library card after living here for a while. Whoops. And they had the first book, the Alcatraz versus the Evil Librarians. And I picked it up. It was the only Brandon Sanderson book that they had. And, well, I was like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and read it. Plus, the name is catchy, Evil Librarians. And I figured it would be a really easy read, and so I grabbed it. Now, I was hooked from the very first page. And I can't even put it into words how Brandon Sanderson writes. He is amazing. He has this way of, let me explain. The book is about Alcatraz and how he is a foster child, and he goes from family to family to family because he's always breaking things. He breaks important things, family heirlooms, things like that. And so there's this woman that always comes and basically sends him off to another foster family. And the way that he writes and the way that he describes evil librarians, he talks about real historical events and says, oh, those are just fiction. Those are just fiction. No one's going to read this book because this is fact. They're going to read the self-help books, and they're going to read the history books and everything that the evil librarians has caused you to believe. And it's fantastic. So I read the first two books, Alcatraz versus the Evil Librarians and Alcatraz versus the Scrivener's Bones. I ended up getting that book through Overdrive, and I am on the wait list for the third book, so I'm really excited about that. I highly recommend that you read something by Brandon Sanderson, and I am currently waiting on Mistborn as well. So those 6 books were what got me to 17 books in 2017. In the meantime, whenever I went to return books at the library, I went ahead and I was attracted to a book, and it's called The Suffering Tree. And it is by Elle Cosimano. I'm sure I'm butchering that up. That book was amazing. I finished it yesterday, so that is my 18th book, and I highly recommend it. It's slow at first, but after the first 100 pages, you're kind of you're really into it. You're really hooked, and I loved it. So The Suffering Tree is about a girl named Tori who is adopted, and after she was adopted, this couple ended up having a son of their own, and so she ended up growing up kind of depressed and feeling like she wasn't alone, and then her dad dies. And then after a while, her and her mom and her brother, they just can't seem to survive. And a few days after they got their eviction notice, there was somebody in their family that they did not know that willed them a house. And so they packed up their belongings and they left for this house. Well, she ends up going off on her own, and she goes to this tree, and she is a cutter. So she ends up cutting herself, and let's just say the tree comes alive in a way. And a boy comes out of the tree, and his name is Nathaniel, and he lived 300 years ago or so. He was an indentured servant, and we follow why he's back and the relationship between Rose and Nathaniel and the Slaughter family. So again, I'm not very good with book reviews, but I do want to attempt to do this on my channel. I would like to have a series every single month of books that I read for the month, because I want to continue this. In fact, on Goodreads, I went ahead and changed my goal to 100 books this year. I don't know if I'll reach it, but I have read 18, so here's hoping. So hopefully you guys are interested in that, and I will do my very best to give non-spoiler reviews. Just like, you know, making videos in the very beginning and project panning and learning to show myself, I will learn how to do book reviews. Books are one of my passions, so I figured I would go ahead and add this to my channel. So hopefully you will stay around for that and like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.